Welcome to Sissygram Stories channel. Today, I come up with whole new story content for you. If you like my voice and my voice makes you feel soft and feel relaxed, then hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe our channel for daily lifestyle changing videos. Now let's start the story. Let me share with you how everything began. Just a fun little experiment, a chance to dress up for Halloween in a way that went beyond the usual spooky costumes. But last night, something shifted. It felt like I crossed a line, moving from the occasional fun of dressing up to something much deeper, an authentic declaration of who I am or who I am becoming. Alina hosted one of her signature dinner parties, the kind where every little detail is meticulously planned, from appetizers to after-dinner drinks. This time, however, I wasn't just assisting her. I was hosting as Anna, her housewife. The moment I slipped into my vintage dress, it wasn't just about the clothing. It was as if the dress became armor, but a soft, silky armor that made me feel both powerful and vulnerable at the same time. The sensation of the soft chiffon fabric, with its floral prints brushing against my legs, was completely new. Men's clothing never made me feel this way. The mix of exhilaration and terror was overwhelming. Every step I took, every whisper of the dress against my skin, reminded me of who I was that night. Not Alex, the businessman, but Anna, the hostess. Alina was in her element, watching me, smiling at me every so often as if to say, "You're doing amazing." Her words at the end of the night were particularly impactful. She told me, "You were wonderful tonight, Anna." And I realized, with a blend of pride and surprise, that this wasn't just dress up anymore. "You weren't just playing dress up," she added. "You were genuinely yourself, and they loved you for it." As I stood there, cleaning up after our guests had left, still in my full outfit, dress, apron, and yes, even heels, I couldn't shake Alina's words. "You're not just my husband anymore. You're my housewife," she said, and it felt like a revelation. The weight of that role started to settle in with every dish I washed, every leftover I put away. This new identity was complex. It wasn't just about the clothes, although they played a significant part. It was about how those clothes made me feel, how they changed the way I moved through the world, even in my own home. It was also about how Alina and her friends saw me, and how they now saw me as more than just a role I was playing. Sometimes, I wonder where Alex ends and Anna begins, or if one will just become who I was and the other who I am. Last night, however, as I felt the soft embrace of the chiffon and the structured constraint of my heels, along with the prideful smiles from Alina, I felt like I was getting closer to understanding who Anna could be. The morning after the party, Alina was buzzing with excitement, clearly inspired by how the night had gone and the compliments I received. Over breakfast, she told me about a new idea she had. "Anna, darling," she said, her voice a mix of affection and authority. "Last night was such a revelation. You were simply marvelous. I've been thinking, why keep this wonderful transformation just between us? Maya could really use someone like you." Maya Lopez, Alina's wealthy and highly regarded college friend, was known for her immaculate home and high standards. Alina's proposal was for me to help out at Maya's house regularly, not just as a one-off, but as her maid. The idea of wearing a maid's uniform intrigued me. The crisp, starched fabric, the structured fit was so different from my flowing housewife dresses, but the thought of serving in someone else's home, performing tasks that felt both mundane and intimate, filled me with nervous hesitation. Alina, however, was persuasive. "I imagine it, Anna," she coaxed. "Another role, another layer for you to explore. And the uniform, oh, I know you'll look stunning in it." There was something about the way she spoke to me, how she knew just how to push me forward. A part of me wanted to make her proud, to please her, and so, after much internal conflict, I agreed. "I'll do it for you," I whispered. A few days later, Alina arranged for me to meet Maya, and I was set to begin the following Monday. We went shopping for the uniform, a black, form-fitting dress paired with a crisp white apron. It was heavier, less forgiving than my usual attire, constantly reminding me of its purpose. When Monday arrived, I carefully dressed, smoothing down my uniform and ensuring everything was perfect. As I looked at myself in the mirror, I was filled with a complex swirl of emotions. The uniform transformed me once more, this time from Anna, the housewife, into Anna, the maid. Maya greeted me with a polite smile and then took me on a tour of her expansive home, explaining the tasks I would be expected to perform, dusting her rare antiques, organizing her vast wardrobe. Every task was detailed precisely, leaving no room for error. The uniform, with its stiffer fabric, made every movement feel deliberate, every action more performative. As I worked for Maya, the transformation took on a new dimension. I was no longer just Alina's housewife, but Anna the maid, a role crafted by the expectations of others, yet strangely empowering. But as I worked, I found myself crossing boundaries I never expected. One day, while reorganizing Maya's library, she approached me with a new request, one that felt much more intimate. Maya wanted my help with personal tasks, things like giving her messages and assisting her with dressing and undressing for social events. The implications of these requests sent a chill through me, but I was caught in the tension of wanting to please Alina, who had been so proud of my adaptability. I tried to buy time, saying I would need to discuss it with Alina. Maya brushed this off, implying that Alina had already approved expanding my duties. That evening, when I confronted Alina, I was shaken. I didn't feel like I was gaining control over my life or my identity. I felt like I was losing pieces of myself. I admitted my discomfort with the way things had escalated. And Alina, at first surprised, soon understood that her actions had unintentionally pushed me into a role I was no longer comfortable with. We agreed to revisit my boundaries and have a conversation with Maya. In the days that followed, Alina spoke with Maya, setting clear limits on what I would and wouldn't do. The tasks at Maya's house continued, but the uncomfortable, intimate requests were gone. Maya respected my boundaries, and at home, Alina was more attentive, listening to my concerns in a way she hadn't before. Still, I continued to struggle with my identity. Anna had become a significant part of me, but reconciling who I was with who I wanted to be felt like an ongoing challenge. One evening, Alina noticed my quiet demeanor and asked if I was okay. I realized then that my transformation wasn't just about the clothes or the chores. It was about finding a balance between who I had become and who I wanted to be. I confessed to Alina that I needed to honor my own needs, and that meant setting boundaries that everyone, including her, would respect. She listened, and together, we started to redefine the terms of my role. It wasn't easy, but we began to find a way forward that felt more authentic to me. Alina admitted that she hadn't fully understood my discomfort until that moment, and we agreed that my identity, my transformation, needed to be something that fit me, not just the roles others expected me to play. From that point on, Alina and I navigated a new normal, one where respect for each other's boundaries and identities became the foundation of our relationship. We continued to explore, occasionally stumble, but always with the understanding that Anna was more than a role. She was a real part of who I was, and that part deserved to be treated with respect and care. As we moved forward, I found peace in knowing that Alina and I were working together to create a space where both of us could thrive. Despite the ongoing journey, I felt a sense of acceptance and understanding that had been missing before. Anna was no longer just a character I played. She had become a part of me, deserving of respect and recognition, and for the first time, I felt truly seen, not as a novelty, not as a costume, but as a person worthy of love and dignity. Okay, my sweetheart, story ends here. Now I want to know your thoughts in comments section. Also, like and share this video with your social media account. I will come up with new content on this Sissygram Stories channel, so subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Take care and have a nice day. See you soon, sweetheart.